My name's Justin, and this is The Art of Repair. And today we're going to answer a question as old as repair itself. Which double-sided tape am I supposed to use, and which one is actually the best? Okay, so this video was basically getting out of hand, okay? I understand that most people don't really want to watch a video for more than 10 minutes at a time, and basically I had this document over here and I was looking at it and I was like, goodness me, this is going to take 30-45 minutes to explain, because I kind of wanted to go over everything. I wanted to talk about adhesion, so I realized I cannot do that in one video without losing a lot of people to the sleep monster, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to break it down, okay? And today we're just going to go over which one of these is best and how do I find out which one I need to use. And if you're paying attention to what I just said, those questions don't really mix. So what are you talking about, Justin? So why don't we just add some clarity to this mix so that we can all be on the same page here? Because I know that there are a lot of people out there that just want to go out and die on some big old tape hill this morning. I'm talking about, if I said which one's your favorite, you would absolutely tell me that the one that you picked was the best. And if I asked you why, you'd give me an opinion, but if I asked you why, you wouldn't be able to give me an answer. And that includes vendors too. Most vendors have no idea what they're selling. They're selling it because they saw somebody else selling it, not because they know what it does, right? So if you're following me, I think you know where I'm going with this. We're going to look up tape today, and we're going to find out which of these is best for which application, because guess what? There is no single winner. So let's jump over here for a second, and we're actually going to go to Tesla.com, and we're going to look at some of these specifications, and we're going to do a little sleuthing of our own, and we're going to find out how to find out which one's the best. Okie dokie. So we are sitting here right now on Tesla.com, and believe it or not, they actually have data sheets and they actually have web pages for every last one of these. Who'da thunk it, right? So we're sitting right now on Tesla 61395, and it's got a product description, it's got main applications. Look right there, it even says touch panel mounting and lens mounting in mobile phones. We're at least on the right track, right? And if you look at every one of these, the 51965, we've got main applications. Same here with the 51970, the original 4965 that people like to extra die on the hill about. We've got all that here, right? So what are we looking for next? Let's scroll down and see if we can find that interesting information. Well, we've got technical and adhesion properties. This is what I'm talking about. Now, before we dive into this, let's scroll down here and see all of them at the same time. And let's see what the differences are. Man, this is a lot of work just to compare different tape. If only there were somebody that would just put it all together right in front of you. It'd be so cool. Oh, well, look what we got right here. It looks like somebody went and copied all the information for all of the current generation favorite tapes and put them all in one spot. Wonder who did that. Anyway, let's take a look-see here at this easier to look at page. Now, you can see here, if we go back, all the same information is on here. I just went and brought it into an easier to consume place, right? I'll probably put this on mbl.repair in the free wiki, and it'll probably end up in my wiki at some point. I love you, Dustin. But let's take a look-see here. So now we have all of these different tapes at a glance right in front of us, and we can see all of the specifications, and we can see right here there's something really, really interesting. Now, you see I put all the information over here on the side with all the special features, the main applications. I put just some of the basic BS stuff that you guys aren't really going to care about too much, but I will say that you should probably pay attention to the total thickness, right? And you should probably pay attention to the materials that you're applying to, okay? And it's really weird when you look at all the information right in front of you like this, because you notice something. You notice something you don't really see when you're just kind of paying attention or when you're playing with the other pages. You see here there's actually 2 different adhesion properties per material, okay? And we can see here on some of these, and I kind of labeled these so that we would be able to see which ones are the most, like, have the most strength right here in the green, and then we have the orange ones that are kind of in the middle, and then the red ones which are kind of at the bottom for adhesion strength. So they're really easy to take a look at. But we see here that there's like a 14-day window in which some of these adhesives get really strong, right? Like if we go over here to polycarbonate and we look at 61395, it starts off as the weakest, but not by much. You know, we're going from 11.6 Newton centimeters to 12.6, so the initial's not so bad. But then we look at after 14 days, after it's cured down, and it's at 19.5, which is basically higher than anything else on this entire graph right here. That is insane, right? So most people, first off, don't know that there is a 2-week cure time with most of these double-sided adhesives. It's really important to pay attention to, right? Number 2 is when you're picking which adhesive you want to use, you need to look at the lowest common denominator in terms of the weakest adhesion property, right? So if for instance we were going to bond, let's say, steel and glass, right? We would say, okay, if we're doing steel and glass, let's forget the initial here. And let's say we're going to bond them properly, and no matter what, we want to make sure that we're picking the one that has the highest adhesion to that weakest surface, right? 61395 looks like it is the best for steel, and 61395 looks like it's the best for glass. So I would pick 61395 for that, right? But let's move over to something else. It can't always be 61395, right? Now, if we go over here, we can see that ABS is better with 51970, right? So we can see that there are different tapes that are different strengths, and some are better for different materials. You just want to make sure that you're taking both materials and seeing which one has the best adhesion between the two. That is the one you want to use. It's that simple. We don't really need to go into some crazy details on that, okay? Now, I will say adhesives as a whole are a really fun topic for me, and I'd love to go over some more stuff, especially talking about primers, because boy, some of y'all out there in primer land think you're primering for some reason that you really shouldn't be primering, and then there's people that should be primering that aren't primering at all. So anyway, I'm going to put this information in the video description below. You will be able to access it. I will also be adding it to mbl.repair, which is the mobile repair subreddit, which is the greatest, most amazing cell phone repair group on the internet. We don't have advertising in there. We kick those people out. It's just pure repair fun. So make sure you're checking that out. Other than that, I do believe that we have a lot of other adhesive videos in the pipeline. And if you want to learn more, such like I said, is about primers, or if you want to learn how to cut proper templates, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And we're going to go ahead and end this thing. So I'll see you here in a second in the end scene. Catch you later. You know, sometimes I get so carried away into these videos that I absolutely just forget that I've only got like a small amount of time each week, and it kills me. But I do believe that this definitely is a sign of a really cool adhesives playlist that's on the way, and who knows, maybe this is the future and maybe that playlist already exists. Do yourself a favor, check down in the description, check out my channel, look at the playlists. There's going to be all kinds of stuff in there for you. Man, I just absolutely love teaching. It is just one of my favorite things in the world. So, yeah, I guess that's it. I'm trying to think if we forgot anything. Oh, I do need you guys to do that like and subscribe and share and thingy, you know what I'm saying? I'll put the thing down here, and, you know, if you could turn on your notifications, then next time, I promise you, I'll be right there for you, and you can be right there for me, and we can be learning and teaching at the exact same time. Outside of that, I do believe that this might be the end of the video. I think the only person we have to talk to is the channel sponsor, which is me, so that definitely saves a lot of time going to get him. So yeah, let's just begin. I don't know if you guys know. We're just going to edit this on the spot. I don't know if we can do this. Let's see here. Da-da-da-da! Shop.artof.repair right there. at the end of the video, what is shop.artof.repair? That is a website that you can go to that is going to direct you to all the vendors that buy tools from me. You see, I thought about it for a while, and I was like, I really want to go out there and help the industry for free as much as I can, but how can I do that and still eat food too without actually taking money from the people? And the thing that I came up with was, hey, if I sell all the tools that I know are the best to the vendors themselves, then I don't have to bother you guys. Well, I mean, you could bother your vendor and tell them to buy tools from me, and that would probably mean even more than you actually buying tools directly from me, because y'all know how it goes. Anyway, check out shop.artof.repair if you want all the tools that I personally recommend, and just so you know, I won't recommend anything if I haven't touched it myself. I'll catch you next time.